Hello YouTube, and welcome to David Hasselhoff's Retro Game Reviews. This week I'll be reviewing two Crude dudes for the Mega Drive. This is an absolute gem from the good old Mega Drive days. It's a solid 2D beat 'em up, it's got lovely graphics, and it's a quirky game, you know, everything about it. You're going to see soon, it is. And it's a good old fashioned game, you know, back before you had like, you know, save points, save states, you know, basically you get some lives, some continues. You see how far you can go, and then when you die, back to the beginning again. You know, it was frustrating, but it was good fun. You know, so on with the review. Two Crude Dudes, an absolute gem from the good old Mega Drive days. I mean, it's a solid 2D beat 'em up, and for me, it's got a special place. I mean, I played as a kid, and it's got a lot of nostalgia factor for me. I wonder what other people's opinions are about this game, because, you know, I never hear many people talk about it. You know, if I was to talk to, you know, another sort of retro game fan and talk about this game, most people probably wouldn't have even heard of it. But, I mean, if you compare it to, let's say, Streets of Rage, Final Fight, Golden Axe, and so many like that, I mean, yeah, they were better, and they had much better controls. I mean, my only flaw about it is the controls are not quite as fluid as, let's say, the Golden Axe or, yeah, Streets of Rage. I mean, they were really simple. I mean, Streets of Rage was a good little game because it was simple, but there were lots of different variants. Like, you could walk into a baddie and then go into a grab, and then you could beat him up, or you could choose to throw him, you know. And Streets, I mean, that's a shame they've not revisited that series. They should do. But then again, I think if the Dreamcast had been more successful, Sega would have done more things like that. I mean, they were going to do, you know, a Nights in the Dreams on Dreamcast. I mean, that would have definitely happened. And then when everything happened, they did eventually go around to revisit them. And I know that they've got a thing now where they are actually going back and revisiting some of the properties, you know, which is a good thing. No, I mean, in this review, you know, I made a lot. I mean, you should notice a massive improvement right at the beginning because I'm using a daylight light bulb, so lighting's not a problem anymore. Unfortunately, the light is a bit too strong, and it creates shadows around my eyes, making me look a bit mysterious. I quite like it. And also, I'm editing this video using Pinnacle Studio 14. I like it. You know, there's loads more options. You know. And something that I'd love to do to dramatically increase the quality of these videos is to actually encode them all in MPEG-2, but unfortunately the video would probably be about 3 times the size, you know. And I mean, doing this in MPEG-4 takes me about at least, well, let's say if I do 10 minutes, 10 minutes complete, and I do it in high definition in MPEG-4, it will take at least 2.5 hours to upload. You know, and I think my internet connection's averaging about 6.5 megabits, you know. So I think unless I get a fast internet connection, I will keep doing them the way I'm doing them. No, I mean, I remember me and my brother Stuart used to play this game all the time. You know, he loved this just as much as I did. I mean, when I was talking about getting a Mega Drive, the first thing he said was, "Gotta get two Crude Dudes, mate." I'm like, "Yes, bruv, yes, I'll get it." And as you see, I got it, and it's the first game I'm reviewing on my Mega Drive. I think the next video I will do after this will probably be the Mega Drive / Mega CD review. I mean, part of me wants to wait and actually get a 32X and do the whole thing reviewed, but well, I don't see myself getting one anytime soon, not unless I can get one really cheap. It's amazing actually about retro gaming though. I mean, some of the stuff, like a few years ago, was so cheap, like some of the games and peripherals. I mean, 32X used to be so cheap. Now, to get a complete kit with the cables, power leads, a couple of games is going to cost you a fair bit. It's quite surprising, actually. I think anyone who's got any old games, consoles, I would say keep hold of them. Don't sell them now, because in a few years the price is going to skyrocket. I mean, I reckon retro gaming is going to just come. It's going to just boom. Well, if not, there'll be an aspect of gaming. But the problem with that is, right, you walk into a game station, they don't even cater to this aspect of gaming anymore at all. I mean, basically, unless you're lucky to live somewhere they have an old school game shop, it's eBay. And it would be nice to actually, like, go somewhere, like, talk to people, you know, and actually be able to look and actually buy an old game. Talk to someone about it, you know. But there's always good old eBay, though. Right, the final boss. He's so tricky. And with the delay in recording it, because the problem is, I'm watching this. I mean, my Mega Drive's linked to my grabber, my video grabber, and for some reason, this video there's like a delay of about a few seconds, so it is making it really difficult. But you know, I'll still beat him. Yeah, I'm just that good. I mean, yeah, you can kick, you can punch, but I get the feeling that the best way to approach most enemies is to pick them up and throw them, you know, and especially into others as well, and to pick up things and to throw things into other things, you know. It's an interesting game, though. And what's funny is you think about it, during this time, you know, like with like Golden Axe and Streets of Rage, I mean, they were 2D, but they had different perspectives. I mean, you could move up and down the screen, you know, and like with Streets of Rage, you could actually walk into people and then pick them up, and then you could like get into a grab and then throw them. Oh yes, cool little doody dance. So, my final thoughts. If you're into good old-fashioned side-scrolling beat-em-ups, you cannot go wrong with this game. It's a solid game. It definitely gets David Hasselhoff thumb of approval. I want to make a mention for Steve Benway. Congratulations on getting 1,000 subscribers. You deserve it. Your videos are awesome, and keep doing what you're doing. I want to thank you all for watching my videos, and until next time, peace out.